Okay, I apologize about that. The YouTube stream is back. All right. This is K1DBC Net Control. Any other check-ins, any other comments or questions, anything else you'd like to bring up for the net, please go now.
Hey, Drone, can I ask a question?
Yeah, go right ahead.
It's been a great, thanks for holding the net. I always appreciate it. So I just thought, okay, Black Friday comes after Thanksgiving, and happy Thanksgiving, everyone. But let's say, hypothetically, everyone here on the net gets $1,000. What new ham radio piece of gear would you pick up? It's just a thought. You can reject it if you like. K0SUM.
Oh, great question. Yeah, I have not done that, thought about that question. If I had a theoretical amount of money, what would I purchase? But oh, there is definitely so much. I'll have to give that a thought. But if anyone has just anything on their wish list that they maybe would like out there just theoretically, but or anything, please call now. Okay, well let's start with you, Jonathan. Do you happen to have anything in mind that you would purchase?
I guess that's part of the problem is, no, I'm pretty happy with my HF and VHF setups. Well, I'd probably get a new antenna, as long as the HOA let me put it on top of the house. Other than that, no, I really can't think of anything.
W0TX repeater.
I know I had heard something similar question like this online recently. Somebody had asked if you could blow $2,000 on equip on a ham shack, what would you purchase? HF, UHF, VHF, antennas. So let's see. This is all the stuff that everyone was saying here. Someone was saying FT991A, Diamond X50A, VHF, UHF antenna, and any HF antenna for $100. A good answer, a good $100 power supply. A Yaesu FT70DR laptop for digital modes, and a laptop for digital modes comes out to $1955. That includes HF, VHF, UHF radio plus an antenna, power, and good HT. These are all non-sale prices. If you get everything on sale or maybe go a little cheaper, you could get hotspot for digital modes, build HF antenna for 50 or under, buy second hand, get the Diamond X30, save $30. You could get a scuff power supply, $50, drop the laptop. Let's see what else other people were saying here. One comment says, everyone forgets to buy yourself a nice chair. $2,000 isn't a lot of money. Also depends on what your setup is. Can you put up a tower? Could spend $2,000 on a Yagi alone. This is somebody says a CS or C3SS used for 250, 50 feet of Rowan 25, and enough food and beer to feed the team to get it up for $750. 100 feet of coax, used rotator, linear, amplifier, etc. So just a few things there. This was a post on reddit.com/amateur radio. And the post had, if you could blow $2,000, 2K equipment on Ham Shack, what would you purchase? So plenty of comments there, and maybe some better than others. But yeah, maybe this will get you a good jumping off point.
comment.
Yeah, go ahead with the comment.
KF0AFQ. What about buying a couple dozen hours on remote ham radio? I don't know if anybody's bumped into that thing, but you can basically rent time by the minute on a major station. 1,500 watts out in a field.
Yep, the paradigm has been shifted nowadays with remote access to these things. So depending on how much you want to spend and what the cost is worth, it looks like they have anything varying from $100 a year to $1,000 a year. So you can use 21 stations up to 1,500 watts. So that's, I mean, could you ever put together a 1,500 watt station yourself? That's another great option too. So looks like they have free trial options, so you can check that out. RemoteHamRadio.com. Pretty good option there as well.
K0LPR.
Yeah, K0LPR. Linear, go ahead.
Well, I have a friend in Hitchcock County, Nebraska, and I have a second home in Rollins County, Kansas, and I'd like to see a repeater someplace at the highest point between these two counties. But I don't know much about repeaters. I think they have to be monitored, and there's not a big environment for ham radio operators in that area.
All right, this is K1DBC. I think you had mentioned Rollins, Wyoming, and Hitchcock, Nebraska. Was that correct?
No, Rollins, Kansas. It's just over the border to their connecting counties. Hitchcock County, it's got Stratton, Nebraska in that county, and Atwood, Kansas in Kansas, Rollins County.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, you may need to just search for. So are you looking for repeaters in that area?
Yes. I think there's one in Colby, and I'm not sure where the nearest one is in Hitchcock County, but it's difficult to talk back and forth. It'd be nice to have one there in that location.
AA0JK?
Yeah, AA0JK, go ahead.
Hello, Lanier. It's good to hear you. Question. You said difficult to talk. You actually have heard other stations?
Actually not. Like I said, it's just there's not a ham environment in that area. In my county, if you go to QRZ, there's only 3 people listed, and one, he's elderly, and he knows Morse code, but he doesn't operate. And there's another one who was a paramedic. He no longer operates, a former sheriff. And, if you're hunting for counties, that's a really difficult county to get.
Okay, yeah. I was wondering there whether or not you had actually had some difficulty talking to a station and were attempting to talk to another station. My thought there was that if there is some kind of access to a repeater somewhere, that you might want to go to a Yagi antenna, but it doesn't sound like that'll be the case in this situation here for hitting a repeater somewhere within line of sight, so to speak, which in Kansas is quite a ways. But, okay, I understand the situation there, and that would be frustrating.
Thank you. It's great to hear your voice. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody.
Same happy Thanksgiving to you, Lorraine. Great to hear you.
All right, great question. Yeah, I haven't worked too much out that way on repeaters. So yeah, great question there. All right, this is K1DBC Net Control for the Denver Radio Club Ham Learning Net. Does anyone else have any other comments, questions, or check-ins for the net? Please call now. Okay, this is K1DBC Net Control. I can pass a few things here. We were talking about the Grohl license a while back, and I'd mentioned my brother had worked for a government agency, and the ARL here has a listing to the position he's in at the moment. It's a Foreign Service Information Management Technical Specialist for the Foreign Service organization. So yeah, over on the ARL, the deadline for this is December 1st. They design, install, maintain radio and telecom systems. They provide radio support for presidential, congressional, and other VIP visits. These radio specialists work from a regional location overseas or domestically. Extensive travel is required to support radio telecom systems such as land mobile radio, LMR, HF, VHF, and UHF radio networks at State Department missions around the world. Potential applicants should read the Foreign Service Specialist, Foreign Service, the selection process page before applying. To begin the application process, visit the page announcement. So very, very neat. If you want to get a career in that, he's currently in Djibouti, and he is, I think, going to, I cannot remember where he's going next, but pretty neat opportunities there. Over on reddit.com/amateur radio, a post submitted here about ham radio needs to embrace the hacker community now more than ever. And a post by, let's see, I guess it would be KJ7NZL. They like to promote software-defined radio. They're talking about that, and we've talked about it a lot in the past. And it's been around for quite a while. You see this pink device. It's an IMME. It's this little child's teen device that was made early 2000s, late 2000s, and this is kind of the early development of software-defined radio. And how far we've come. They talk about providing communities that foster technical discussion, exploration, and like the YSF reflectors and hotspots, DMR, and things like that. So yeah, as mentioned, we're all talking about electronics and soldering and ham radio, and there's so much to it, more than just talking on the radio and some of the public safety stuff. I mean, you can get so much further. You can get there's different tendrils. There's a lot more different things that you can get into. So if you have any interest in electronics, this is an amazing opportunity to do so and get into Arduinos and things like that. So if you ever have any passion about things outside of ham radio itself strictly, there's a lot of opportunities out there. And so, yeah, I would encourage you to go to blogs like hackaday.com, HACK, aday.com, And they have plenty of articles, definitely a lot of them that cover ham radio things we bring up all the time, and all sorts of things in the electronics, software, and hardware space. So there's a lot of things that encompass this hobby, and I think we need to try to do more to let people know that ham radio isn't just about kind of the things we've been doing, and there's definitely a lot more out there, and we could collaborate with a lot of other communities out there. A story that came out a while back over on another great blog, RTL-SDR, I think had submitted. I think I had just missed it, but they're using VR goggles to basically show you where RF is coming from. So I mean, we've talked about trying to find RF emissions, and what do you know? You can integrate it with VR goggles now, so you can really visualize the RF spectrum around you. So it's definitely in its infancy. This is very much kind of a demo and just a framework. But there is so much more that it can do. The potential that is out there, and you can see, you can kind of get close and see what band it's transmitting on, and there's just amazing things out there. So this is over on J Cruda, J as in Juliet, Charlie Romeo Uniform Echo Delta Alpha.com, JCRUEDA.com. A Radio is the name of the project, a web virtual reality radio power spectrum analyzer. Talking about more local things here. This is from the Colorado Maker community, or immaker.com is the name of the blog, or the website, and they are a Colorado-based multi-maker marketplace. So, I mean, we want to talk about buying things and selling things. This is another opportunity as well. I think I had found them originally to an event they had put on that I was going to volunteer for. I had not followed through that, but they had recently sent out an email stating this is how you can support your local makers in the community, and they basically just give a link to their website. So if you want to support local makers, immaker.com. Let's see, let me bring up some more info on them here. Okay, yeah, if you go to their About site, About Us page, you can get more info on them. Through the last 6 years, through programming events, they have helped create environments and experiences for both youth and adults to explore their creativity and build skills for the future. A combined 20,000 people have attended their events, and learned that they, too, are capable of building a meaningful life by owning their creativity and making it uniquely theirs. So this is more, I guess, on the hardware side, but it really is... there's a lot of electronics focused in it. So there's Volunteer Maker Corps, Denver You Fix It, HeboCon Denver Makerspace. So if you ever kind of attended any of the maker events, these are some of the people you would have met, and it kind of goes into to the people they are and the skills and engineering that they can accomplish. So immaker.com, real cool information.
Comment.
Yeah, go ahead with the comment.
Yeah, just wondering how far Lanier is from Colby. I see a listing here for Colby, listing frequency of 148.82, 148.82, and they don't show an offset frequency as such, so I'm not sure exactly what kind of a setup they have there, but it might be something to look a little bit further into.
All right, thanks for that follow-up there, Fred. If Lanier wants to follow up on that, go ahead. All right, this is K1DBC Net Control. I know we're nearing the end of the net here, but a little bit of time here left. I just wanted to pass along some information from, there's this, I don't even know if he's a ham radio operator, but just again, how much this extends. He is actually, I think, a mechanical engineering student, and he is about 2 weeks ago, he wanted to get better PCB design, so he's challenging himself to make one project a week for the rest of the year. So his first one was an electronic piano that he designed the PCB board online and had it sent away for just the blank PCBs, or maybe he milled them himself, and then all the blank parts. Second week, he went into a dice roll or a tic-tac-toe that he made. And third week was a dice soldering kit. So he also over on Kickstarter had a project, the voltmeter soldering kit I had purchased not too long ago, and it has come in. So I am going to go through this and put together this kit here. Plenty of things to do on this, so I'm going to try to put a video of this together because there's a lot to do here. Because it's just really, really cool. So you can find more info on Kickstarter. His name is Jim Heaney, Jim, Hotel Echo Alpha, November Echo Yankee, Jim Heaney. You can search for voltmeter soldering kit. So he might be putting these other ones into kit form as well, and it just kind of shows to you really how easy it is to manufacture your own PCBs nowadays. So more info again on amateur radio, or it's reddit.com/electronics, I think. Yeah, that's another great subreddit as well. Very, very cool. Okay, I really only have one more thing here, just a news story about tearing apart SpaceX Starlink antenna. They have deployed a fleet of satellites to get internet into rural areas, or areas that you can't normally get any wireline or any other wireless internet. And so somebody's done a tear down of it. And it's a $500 piece of hardware, $100 a month for the service. So they destroyed it. Preposterous amount of adhesive that holds its surface to the PCB, sky-facing side of the phased array, the key element that allows the antenna to track the rapidly moving Starlink satellites as they pass overhead, is also laminated to a stack-up compromised of plastic hexagonal mesh layers, passive antenna elements, and the outer fiberglass skin. In short, there are definitely no user serviceable parts inside. But beyond attempting to analyze the RF magic that's happening inside, Kenneth also takes viewers through a tour of some of the more recognizable components of the PCB, picking out things like the power over Ethernet magnetics, a GPS receiver, some flash storage, and H-bridge drivers used to control the pan and tilt motors in the base of the dish. It also appears that the antenna is a self-contained computer of sorts, a complete ARM processor. And again, ARM, we've talked in the past, that is what Arduino is based off of. They are an ARM processor. So if you want to get in any ARM development, that's how you do it. It's an ARM processor and RAM to run the software that aims the phased array. It comes as no surprise to find that not only are there ICs, integrated circuits, that drive the dizzying array of antenna elements, the most numerous components on the PCB, but that they appear to be some kind of custom silicon design specifically for SpaceX. In short, there's still plenty we don't know about this high-tech receiver, how this actually works. He does a respectable job of trying to make sense, but that more teardown required. So this is kind of the physical components of it, and we'll need some more software computer science done on that. All right, this is K1 DBC Net Control for the Denver Radio Club at Ham Learning. I believe that was pretty much everything I had for this evening. If anybody has anything else they'd like to bring up, or any other comments, questions, or check-ins for the net, please call now.
CIV comment?
Yeah, WD0 CIV. Charles, go ahead.
Yeah, I'd just like to say happy Thanksgiving to everybody, and say nice to hear your voice there, Fred, again. Anyway, this is WD0 CIV, and thanks for the net. It was really entertaining and educational, too. Anyway, I've got to go, so I'm going to say 73s to everybody, and see you next week.
73, Charles, 73. Have a great Thanksgiving. Great to hear you checking in there. Good to hear you. AA0JK.
Okay, Fred, yeah. I was wondering, have you heard anything about, gosh, now I got to think of the call, Bill, 6AV, 6AOV, I believe it is. I think there's a W in front of the 6. Anyway, I haven't heard him on in a while, and I was just wondering if anybody knew anything. So I'll go ahead and turn it back to you, Fred, because you might know.
They're kind of keeping it hush-hush. Something's going on there. I think it's health-related. But I can't say anything specifically because I do not know. They're kind of staying quiet about it. But we're keeping an ear open here for any information that might come down the pike. But yes, we haven't heard any activity from him for a while. So we'll keep you all posted. Thanks for asking there, Charles. AA0JK.
Alrighty, yeah, thanks. Anyway, this is WD0CIV. We're going to turn it back over to Net Control. Take her over.
All right, sounds good. Yeah, sorry to hear about that, but yeah, as mentioned, yeah, happy holidays. Yeah, stay safe and stay warm and keep healthy. And for those that have some questionable health, keep those in mind and just hope for the best for everyone. And yeah, hopefully things work out for the best. So with that, I think I'll start to wrap things up here. I'll take one last call. Are there any other further comments, questions, or check-ins for the net? Please call now.
Yeah, TRP.
Yeah, N0TRP. Go ahead.
N0TRP. Yeah, I had the same question about Bill, W6WV. So, Fred, if you just pass on to the family or whoever can that fellow hams are thinking of him and praying for him. So, thanks much. N0TRP, back to net.
Okay, will do. And we haven't gotten any information here, and definitely no specifics. So I'll keep my ear to the radio here, and we'll pass along our best regards from everybody, and hopefully it's nothing too awful serious, and we'll hear him back on the air here shortly. But they've been kind of keeping hush hush, so we're not going to question it. We'll just wait for them to let us know. But while I've got the mic here, have a great Thanksgiving, everybody, and thanks for always joining us here on the net. Best of 73s for everyone. AA0JK.
All right, sounds good. Yeah, thanks there, Fred. Thanks everyone for the warm wishes, and yeah, we'll just keep best in mind, and don't have bad thoughts, and and we'll go from there. So, yeah, with that, I think we'll start to. I'll do one last final call. Anyone else like to check in or any other further comments? Please call now.
Comment.
Yeah, go ahead with the comment.
KU0E, Bill, I spoke with him last night, relatively late, on a different repeater, and he was again this morning, midday. I won't go any further than saying, yeah, Bill, well, he's getting by. He doesn't sound quite like himself, but after what he's gone through, that's expected. I just thought I'd let you know. I personally have spoken with him. KE0 issue.
W0TX repeater.
All right there, Jonathan, KE0SUM, thanks there for the report. Okay, I will go ahead and start to wrap things up here. Yeah, thank you all for being here this evening. Hope everyone has a good holiday weekend and good holidays. Eat some good food and yeah, enjoy yourselves. It's been a rough year for everyone, and we definitely need some good things. So this is K1DBC. Duran, if you wish to contact the LearningNet with topic suggestions or to set a date to act as net control operator or guest Elmer, you may do so at any time at drclearningnet@gmail.com. We're also on groups.io/g/hamlearningnet and on YouTube /WEREGR8. This evening, we had a total of 16 check-ins, and we'd like to thank everyone who participated. We especially appreciate and thank our Elmers. Thanks to the Denver Radio Club for allowing us to use their repeaters for this net. We invite you to join us on the third Wednesday of the month at 6 p.m. for an Elmer session prior to the regularly scheduled Denver Radio Club meeting at 7 p.m. This now takes place online until further notice. W0TX.org for more info on that. No announced meeting just yet. December the 16th is the next planned meeting. Again, everyone is welcome to that, especially because it's online. You can participate in it. So again, at 6 p.m. we have an Elmer session, which is very similar to this very evening, just a Q&A and show and tell. So please join us next week, though, 7:30 p.m. and 19:30 hours for the next Learning Net. All stations, please stand by while the repeaters are placed into normal mode.
PL on.
Okay, again, everyone stay well and happy holidays and 7-3 to all. I am clear. Okay, everyone on YouTube.